Yeah, it's kind of surprising to me that there's as many empty seats, but when there's a substantial win like this, I think a lot of people beat the traffic. Once the starters stopped playing in the end of the third quarter, I think that's when the majority of the people left. Once they saw Tua was no longer going back out. But it's definitely been a showing of their offensive capabilities.
Has Denver been particularly bad?
No, their offense was moving the ball in big chunks, and but they had, in my opinion, there was a couple of penalties that were a little sketchy that went the Dolphins' way that called the Denver touchdowns back. But I think ultimately it's just the Dolphins' offense was putting so many points up that the Denver offense couldn't match. Because I think Denver probably should be closer to 28 or 35 points, but there was a couple of calls that were weak. Even though they went the Dolphins' direction, I still don't like seeing bad calls. Or like there was one play where the Broncos receivers crossed and the Dolphins defender got hit, and they called that as like a pass interference on the offense, which negated a touchdown. But to me, it was more of a that's football moment.
They didn't go for the field goal.
Yeah, they're not. I think that's part of just being a good sportsmanship. They're not trying to run up the score. They were trying to just kill the clock and run off as much time as possible because the game's obviously over. But sportsmanship, I guess. Hey, little cat.
What do you get? A tomato?
Yeah,
A green one or
the
a red
green one.
one?
The beginning of the game, though, Tyreek Hill was playing lights out. So it'll be very interesting to see if they can continue the momentum. And also, the Dolphins have a really large home field advantage this time of year. The stadium is designed so the opposing team is in the sun and the Dolphins are in the shade. And it's almost a ten to 15 degree difference between the Dolphin side and the opposing team side. So we'll see. Everybody's been saying Baltimore's looked so good this year, but I have not seen it.
Was that the final? 70-20?
Yeah. I want. Have you looked to see what the late games are going to be, or the second set of games?
No.
Just for fun, I was looking at the Super Bowl costs because it's in Vegas this year. I was like, oh, I wonder if Miami's going to make it. It is the cheapest ticket you can get is 5,000, and the average ticket I think is like close to 10,000, and they go up to like 40,000 a ticket. So as much as if the Dolphins make the Super Bowl, I'd like to make that happen for those kinds of prices. Not happening.
Indianapolis looks like they're gonna win.
Yeah, and considering they're on their second string quarterback, that's gonna potentially that's a big deal.
Who's their first string?
Anthony Richardson, he's a rookie. Played at Florida. When are you leaving for your dinner situation thing?
Well, about a quarter after 4.
Oh, okay.